Welcome again, dear friend and student of truth. In our previous session, we discovered the art of divine transparency, the grace of living as an instrument through which God shines. Today we step deeper into the living practice of eternal vigilance, the unbroken awareness of God's presence that JoelGoldsmith called practicing the presence every hour. Eternal vigilance is the price of spiritual living. Watch, 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 pray, 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 without ceasing. We do not leave our nets once and forever. We are constantly leaving our nets. This is the contemplative life in motion, the continual remembrance of spirit in every breath, thought, and activity. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel so you won't miss future meditations. And if you're already part of our infinite way family, like this video now and share it with a friend who needs a spiritual uplift today. What is eternal vigilance? Joel explained that spiritual progress can be measured by how much we remain aware of God between meditations in the spaces of daily living. The practice of the presence is not confined to the meditation chair. It must accompany us into the marketplace, the home, the office, and the street. Eternal vigilance is not anxiety or watchfulness against sin. It is a holy attentiveness, a quiet, gentle awareness that God alone is the life, substance, and cause of all that is. When we lose that awareness, when we drift back to depending on human thought, human will, or material reliance, the inner call comes, leave your nets. We do not leave them once for all, but again and again, every hour, every moment, returning to the inner silence, soft pause. In that vigilance, the soul remains poised in peace, unmoved by the world's noise. How to practice the presence every hour. Goldsmith taught a simple yet profound discipline, the hourly remembrance of God. Take a moment each hour to pause and remember, I and the Father are one. This moment of inner turning reestablishes your consciousness in truth. This is not repetition, it is reconnection. You may pause at your desk, in traffic, at the market, or between tasks. Simply turn inward for 5 seconds and say silently, Thank you, Father, for thy presence. or simply listen as if to the still small voice that speaks without sound. Each of these brief returns reorients your awareness from outer sense to inner presence. Let's practice together now. Close your eyes for a moment, take a gentle breath, whisper within, "I am here, Father." And listen to the quiet stillness that answers in peace. This is how we live in unbroken communion, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. Before we move deeper, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you'll receive new meditations and Goldsmith teachings each week. If this topic resonates, please like this video. It helps these teachings reach others seeking inner truth. If you're new here, drawn to mystical spirituality, inner stillness, and the invisible presence that governs life, you're in the right space. Guided meditation, the hourly communion. Sit comfortably and let your breathing find its natural rhythm. Now imagine the hours of your day ahead, morning, afternoon, evening. In each hour, see yourself pausing for a few seconds, just to acknowledge the presence. Feel how the day itself becomes a sanctuary. Now inwardly affirm, "In all my ways I acknowledge thee." Proverbs 3-6. Rest for a moment in the awareness of God's nearness, not as something you invite, but as the very essence of your being. The presence is always here. We practice not to bring it, but to remember it. Now imagine each breath as prayer, inhaling the awareness of God, exhaling gratitude. Each step, each word, each gesture becomes a living sacrament. You are now practicing the presence, not by effort, but by remembrance, not by striving, but by being. As you breathe into this stillness, type "I rest in spirit" in the comments. Your affirmation inspires others who are meditating along with you right now. If these infinite way truths resonate with you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can receive more meditations inspired by Joel Goldsmith's living message of spiritual awakening. The power of continuous awareness, eternal vigilance, becomes effortless when we realize that it is grace itself watching through us. When you are no longer trying to hold to God, but God is holding you, then the practice of the presence becomes automatic. At this stage, meditation flows into life, and life flows into meditation. There is no separation between spiritual and ordinary. In conversation, you feel inner silence. In action, you sense divine rhythm. Even in sleep, there is quiet rest in God. This is what Joel meant when he said, "We come to that place where prayer prays itself, meditation meditates itself, and life lives itself as God." Such vigilance is not labor, it is love, it is the heart perpetually turned toward its source. If this meditation blessed you, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share your reflections below. How does letting go of outcomes change your spiritual journey? Thank you for being part of this awakening movement. Until next time, rest in God and let the infinite invisible live your life. Closing contemplation and call to action. As we close, let this awareness settle deeply. You are not a person practicing God's presence. You are God's presence, unfolding as conscious awareness. Pray without ceasing, not with words, but with awareness. For the presence that you acknowledge becomes the presence that governs. Now take a slow, deep breath and whisper inwardly, "Father, I am home. Feel the peace of unbroken communion." If this message speaks to your heart, subscribe to this channel to continue your infinite way training. Comment how you practice the presence each day. Turn on notifications for upcoming sessions in this Kingdom series. And remember, you are not trying to find God. You are awakening to the realization that God has never left you. End card quote. Eternal vigilance is not struggle, but love, the love of remembering God in all moments. In that remembrance, heaven is revealed on earth.
If this meditation blessed you, share it with someone who needs peace today. Don't forget to subscribe for more teachings by Brother George. Inspired by Joel Goldsmith Infinite Way Teachings.